Bronny James addresses Magic Johnson's viral remark after changing Lakers legend's mind during Warriors game. When it comes to Bronny James, everybody has something to say. It seems it's no different for the former 5x NBA champion, Magic Johnson. Although he had a rather doubtful opinion about James Jr.'s fit with the team initially, it seems that the youngster has managed to turn the doubts into one of high praise. Taking to X, the Hoops legend had nothing but quite the remark about the 20-year-old, particularly after his incredible run against the Warriors. For the LA Lakers' final preseason matchup, James had 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals. And apparently, that was enough for Magic Johnson to be sold on Bronny. Laker Nation, I have to tell you, Bronny James is going to be a really good basketball player. Last night, he showed he has a few things you simply can't teach: high basketball IQ, athleticism, and a competitive spirit that makes him a tenacious defender. I believe after a lot of hard work this season, he'll definitely be in the Lakers' rotation and playing heavy minutes, wrote Johnson, along with a second quarter clip of Bronny. And what did the Lakers rookie have to say about such a high praise? Talking to the media in practice tonight, Bronny responded to Magic's comments in his usual style. I try to have confidence in myself all the time. But that's good for me, especially coming from one of the greats. Confidence in himself is perhaps one of the biggest advantages Bronny James can have now. Since the Hooper returned to the floor from his cardiac arrest, the young guard has been heavily criticized by those who were looking for the father and the son. The negativity multiplied once he announced his decision to enter the NBA draft. Things did not get any easier, thanks to Rich Paul's statements, who reportedly claimed that Bronny James would have been drafted even if his name was John Smith. Perhaps, some reportedly questionable moves, like the Australia threat to all the competition, if they were eyeing to draft LeBron's eldest boy. No hope for LeBron's Lakers as Charles Barkley shades Luka Doncic trade for $7.9 billion rivals. And then, of course, there was the King's very open admission of wanting to play with his son. It wouldn't be a stretch to say that these hurt rather than helped Bronny James. But the teenager seems intent on not paying the outside noise any heed. Bronny James focused on bettering himself, despite Magic Johnson's initial reservation. So, what exactly were the 3x Finals MVP's preliminary findings about the USC alum? Joining for an entertaining episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, Magic Johnson admits that the LeBron-Bronny James situation was something that could go one or two ways. And why was that? If I'm Bronny, I would tell my dad, just let me play in the G League, so I can develop. He needs playing time, he doesn't need to be sitting on the Laker bench and not playing, the 65-year-old pointed out. It's an aspect that at least a few people have pointed out. The G League is exactly for that, to develop the young players a franchise has in order for them to show that they have what it takes to lead the team or step up big in crucial periods. In the case of Bronny, his health issue had robbed him of valuable time. While to an outsider, it might seem like a few months, but in basketball time, it's truly a long period. Hence, working on improving himself wouldn't hurt him, for sure. For one, as Johnson pointed out, he has some great talent and skills. However, there's a flip side to that notion too, because the G League does have players who are desperately looking to impress NBA teams. It seems that Bronny James also has a stable head on his shoulders. Before